Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a not so lovely Company Heroes video. And in this episode, we're going to be going over Relic's recent travesty, patch 1.5.1, and the 7-second clip that set off Relic's biggest debacle yet, over a 7-second clip of a high-level player smashing a low-level Relic dev. Alright, so you're wondering to yourselves, why do you get to talk about this patch, Spilt Milk? Why does anybody care what you have to say? Well, when this game came out and actually had a concurrent multiplayer base at 50,000 and fresh blood, Relic had a chance. I was in the 2v2s, rank 6 USF, rank 10 to 15 Wehrmacht, rank 15 DAC, and rank 15 Brits. Now you're probably going to yourself, well, your Wehrmacht rank isn't even that good, bro. Okay, fucking nerd noises. Now, first of all, nerd, well, you see, when the game first came out, I was waiting 30 to 45 minutes or to an hour to find a 2v2 match because all you Relic fucking Wereaboo nerds were taking up the queue times. So instead of waiting that long, I decided, fuck that. I want to go outside and work at the gym. I'll just grind allies because it only took 5 to 6 minutes to find a match as allies. Next up, what's your 1v1 rank, bro? Well, I was top 30 USF, and I couldn't find a match as Axis because it was taking 30 to 45 minutes to find a match as Axis because, again, in the 1v1s, all you fucks took up the queue time. So, you know what? You're ranked 30. You're probably not even fighting high-level tournament-level players, bro. So let's go ahead and fight that statement. Back in about 8 or 9 months ago, I fought Dexon in a 1v1, 204 points to 30. It wasn't a close game at all. So when people tell me, I bet you weren't even fighting streamer or high-level championship level players, I can beat Dexon in a 1v1. I can beat high-level tournament players. I had other videos, but the replay system wasn't working. Remember that, Relic, when you launched a game with no replay system? Yeah. So that's the problem. As I had a bunch of videos, but they were all corrupted. But this one survived, and just click on it if you want to. I'll put the link in the video. I can fight high-level players. I can beat you. So that's my statement. But I'm not in the loop. I don't like being in the high-level loop. It's a bunch of miserable fucking people. So let's go ahead and watch this clip. What's so bad about these Brit engineers? What's so scary about them? P-Grins and negative to neutral cover going to go ahead and walk up to the Brit engineers behind green cover. They're going to go ahead and eat a nade, take 50% health damage. The P-Grins will not hug the sandbag wall, and the Brit engineers will proceed to burn them down. But the P-Grins, even with the nade and no cover bonuses, still get the engineers dropped to 2 models. Now Havoc's going to type laugh my ass off, and the Relic dev's going to panic and ruin the game with the hotfix patch. So let's go ahead and back that clip up. First of all, Havoc is rank 1 in the World Brits, rank 5 with every faction of this game. He's a tournament level player, and you're using this 7-second clip as an example, fighting a 1447 Relic dev, right? And not to be rude to the Relic dev, but you need to learn how to play your game, man. And the comparison to be made is like taking 2 bodybuilders, Havoc being the world champion, heavyweight bodybuilder, fucking Hercules, right? And he just takes steroids and snurfs coke all day, versus a preteen that just started weightlifting in high school. And you have a competition, and the bodybuilder picks up the gym, picks up a Mercedes, and throws it into the sun, and the preteen can't even get 25 pounds off the ground. That's the best comparison to be made. Okay. Let's go over the multiple options that this Relic dev could have done to not get smashed by the British engineers and probably win the engagement. Because as allied mains, we are told to constantly adapt and overcome, bitch. Okay, so let's adapt and overcome, Axis players. First of all, the P-Grins, instead of running to the Brit engineers, could have stayed at medium to long range and fought the Brit engineers and bled them at range, because P-Grins received a accuracy buff, increasing their medium to close range lethality. Okay, that's option A. Option B, the P-Grins could have went over to this green cover and yellow cover with the bushes, fought the Brit engineers at range, and most likely won the fight, negating their cover bonuses. Okay, option C, the P-Grins could have stayed at long range, used cover-to-cover movement, like in KO2 USF players have to do, went from green wall to yellow bush to green sandbag, hugging the edge, throwing a nade, dislodging the Brit engineers, and holding onto the cover while pressing the engineers. Okay, there's 3 viable options. Option D, for dumbass, is what the Relic dev chose, which is, la 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 la, I'm going to run up to the Brit engineers that are already behind green sandbags and eat a nade, Yada da da da. You know, must be fun in Relic Land. And not hug the sandbags, giving my Pegrins vital cover bonuses. Still get 2 models because Axe's bias, right? And just fucking lose the fight. There, you know, what's option E? Let's go and back that clip up. How many times as an allied main have we looked in units in green cover and go, okay, I'm not going to fight that. I'm just going to walk away and kite them. Option E, Relic Dev. Oh no, Brit Engineers and green sandbag. I will lose this fight because close range DPS good. Oonga boonga. I'm going to back off and go to my other units in background and have support. Come back to Brit Engineers later. That's what you could have done. And then you guys went for option D and F. You know, that's a combined option. You decided, wow, this 7-second clip versus this high-level player decided that we're going to go ahead and make patch 1.5.1. Wow. Now, before we get to patch 1.5.1, let's go ahead and go back in time to Company of Heroes 2. Remember this game, guys? Remember Sturm Pioneers? I remember Sturm Pioneers. Pepperidge Farm remembers. Remember how lethal Sturm Pioneers are in close range? Let's go ahead and get the best comparison. USF Riflemen cost 280 manpower. Sturm Pioneers cost 300. Now, remember how many times we said Sturm Pioneers can be blatantly broken? Okay, cool. So, this player, you know, thank you for making this post, man. I really appreciate it. It saves me time. This player is going to show you, hey, aren't these Royal Engineers, you know, aka Sturm Pioneers, really good? And wow, look at that. Those Sturm Pioneers are killing those Riflemen. But they're in green cover, though. Hold on. Oh, no. No, what's happening, guys? Guys. Sturm... Oh, no. Sturm Pioneers. Guys, Sturm Pioneers are... Wow. I could never have foreseen this happening, people. So, by that same logic, how many years in Company Heroes 2 we were like, hey, Sturm Pioneers are really fucking good. We have to be careful. And how many Wereaboo players are like, bro, you gotta kite them. Bro, you can't take them head on. Bro, you gotta bleed them at range. So why the fuck, after 8 years of Sturm Pioneers, never getting a nerf, did we go to Company Heroes 3, where Brit Engineers are doing the same exact thing, they only got a slight buff. These Pegrins could have easily smashed them. But why the fuck are we told to adapt and overcome? But a 7-second clip of pro players crying to Relic Studios going, oh, we get hit with the nerf as allies. Like, what is this insanity? Dude, and it's fine in Code 2. In Code 2, it's adapt and overcome. But in Code 3, you know, high-level players, Relic, you know what you have to do. And Relic's like, yes, daddy. And you're like, spread that ass cheeks, Relic. You know, you fucking high-level players are like, fucking spread it, daddy. You just, you know, slapping Relic from behind. You're just beating their meat into the Relic devs. And the Relic devs are just going back into the code, and boom, we have patch 1.5.1. You know, it gets so much bullshit. So, all right, and one more thing. Let's go to this post. Right here. For 1 year, we have been fighting Jaeger blobs, Fallschirm Pioneer blobs, Fallschirm Jaeger blobs, DAC L6 cheese, DAC Pizza Tank cheese, DAC Jaeger AT rifle spam, 259 autocannon spam will be addressed. I was hoping it was going to be addressed, but it wasn't. The fucking flak tank spam, and don't even get me started in the bunker meta spam. So 1 year, you guys can't patch any of this, but in 1 day, you can fix this? You Relic devs are full of fucking shit, and I'm so tired of it. People are just fed up with this at this point. You're running out of time. How is it in 7 seconds in 1 day you can fix this and destroy it, but you won't touch all of this? And you're going, whatever, the meta has changed. Okay, let's go back to that 9-month clip ago against Dexon. Check out my build order. What is this? Fallschirm Pioneer, Grenadier, because I like to merge my units, and it's pretty overpowered. Let's see, Jaeger with G43s, because Dexon wasn't making tanks this match, so I didn't need the Shreks. I just needed pure DPS and Fallschirm Jaeger. Okay, cool. That's the basic build order from 9 months ago. Let's check the modern day build order. I lost in this clip. Sorry, Gary. I like to share my profile with Sleepy Gary. You know, he's my best friend that I served overseas with. Love you, bud. No homo. But yeah, he's one of my best friends, and me and him had this agreement where I'll borrow his profile to make these co-videos. So before the Axis mains go, we got you, shut the fuck up, go outside and hug your mother. All right, next up, let's check the build order though. Wow, look at that. Remember that 9 month ago video I showed you? What's Fallschirm Pioneer, Fallschirm Pioneer, Fallschirm Pioneer, Jaeger with Shreks because I made tanks. Jaeger, Fallschirm Jaeger, Fallschirm Jaeger. The only thing that's changed is in this video, he made anti-tanks that's kept smashing my fucking Hellcat that is easily killable. But yeah, look at that, and Whirlwinds. And let's just go ahead and hit the play button. You know, fast. Let's burn through this. I get base locked. And look at that. I'm just like, fuck it, I'm gonna lose this game either way. But yeah, look at that. Whirlwind burns me down. Rifleman trying to get a snare, and it's pretty much over. AT guns get burned down by the infantry. I gotta retreat them back. Because, you know, Jaegers are everything units. You know, you make everything units in this game. But that's what kills me, is the meta for Axis has not changed in a fucking year. It's the same meta. It's the same cheese. It's the same bullshit 2-to-1 KD ratio in this game. And, you know, let's go back to the Gigasappers, right? Gigasappers, right? 7-second clip. And again, 1 day versus 1 fucking year. So what's going on, man? Is Relic Studios the Reich? Is it for the Fatherland? Do you go get fucking... Do you just have a fucking Zeke Hale meeting? Do you go, hey, John, down in accounting, yeah, we're losing monetary gain. Let's go ahead and buff the Axis for the glorious Fatherland, for the Untermensch. Yeah, we'll show those Schweinhunds who the real champions of World War II are. It's like, what is going on at Relic Studios, man? So let's get to the patch. Why is this patch so bad? You know, we've given you the evidence. We've shown you the receipts. Why is this patch so bad? This patch happened over this clip. Patch 1.5.1, you decide to go after the Greyhound for no fucking reason. You're going to hit the armored skirts from 120 to 80. We're still paying the same amount of muni cost. So you go after the Greyhound and nerf that. The Greyhound can only eat a mine now and one Shrek shot and it will die. So the Greyhound is even harder to use. It's a heavy micro-intensive unit. But the Greyhound's almost useless now. What happened? Royal Engineers... You go. We are partially removing some of the changes to the Royal Engineers squad to make them more vulnerable to non-rifle weapons. What the fuck does that mean? In that clip, I saw Peagrins engaging Brit engineers with assault rifles. So were the Brit engineers surviving tank shots? I don't know of that. Nobody's heard of that in the fucking code forms. But you go, yeah, it's the vulnerability in non-rifle weapons, even though STGs are assault rifles, but okay. We want to maintain the increased capture speed, but limit how fast Royal Engineers can arrive onto the field to gain both map control and field presence. So, you kept the capture speed, but you nerfed the build time, which means their early game has gone from playable to fucking, this sucks, this is unplayable, this is broken. Oh wow, 20 to 30 seconds. It's faster to build a mainline infantry squad than it is to build an engineer squad. Meanwhile, in fucking Wehrmacht land, I think the build time for Wehrmacht engineers is like 10 seconds. And how many players do you see make 9 of them? I just saw a tournament video where a high-level player made 9 Wehrmacht engineers and went toe-to-toe with the double G. You go after Training Center. How in this 9-second clip is Training Center the problem? The Training Center upgrades are locked behind the platoon command post. What does that mean for you? You don't get Training Center until Tier 2. Tier 2 for Brits is about 55 fuel. Tier 2 for Wehrmacht is 50, and Tier 3 is 30 or 40 to 50, if I got that correct. So it's even harder for Brits mainline infantry to win a fight. Because what I like to do against Brits is I make Peagrins and I fucking steamroll them. And you buff the Peagrins. You buff the Peagrins, Relic devs. What else did you nerf? Centaur Medium the tank. How the fuck is the Centaur Medium tank the problem in this clip? The Centaur Medium tank is only good at killing infantry. It is easily killable. Where the fuck is this? Hold on. It is easily killable by the Martyrs from DAC and Wehrmacht. These tanks for 25 fuel can slaughter this 90 fuel tank now. Like, who is... this is so stupid. The Crusader AA fuel and cost increased from 70 to 80. Okay. Remember this clip, guys. Remember seeing the Whirlwinds burn down the riflemen and how effective they are? Wow. So you're telling me that the Brit AA tank costs 80 fuel now? But in patch 1.5.0, the previous patch, this one, Go and find it. What did you do to nerf the Whirlwind? That is obviously a broken problem in this game. You increased the fuel from 50 to 60. So, it costs 20 fuel more to get a subpar AA tank that does not perform as good as the Whirlwind. What are you people thinking? What are you people thinking at this point? The Whirlwind is way stronger than the Brit AA tank. The Whirlwind comes with white phosphorus rounds that can pin bazooka units to the ground, ruin their accuracy, and it can sight block tanks. You know what the Brit AA tank gets? It just fires a little bit faster. That's it. It doesn't suppress infantry. It doesn't sight block tanks. It's weaker than a Whirlwind. It's so easily killable. And, well, you know, what did you guys do to the Axis? Oh, let's see. Well, you know, this change was meant to be part of the Panzerbusch changes, because we wanted to improve the effectiveness of Panzerjägers against vehicles. So basically, the Panzerjäger squad is still, they got a huge 25% accuracy buff, if I got that correct. And they wreck vehicles now. 3 Panzerbusch squads can half health a Sherman Easy 8. Yeah. So what do? Panzerbusch AT rifle now has 25% accuracy penalty against infantry, don't you know? Basically, they're a little bit less better at killing infantry with the AT rifles. What does that mean? All they have to do is get a light machine gun, and they will burn down your infantry. It's just the AT rifles are a little bit harder to hit infantry, but wait until they get Vet 3 bonuses. Wow, guys, so you go after allies again. You go after allies again. You wreck Brits into the ground. Even though in the previous patch, you go, yeah, Brits were lacking on the early game. Where is this? Where is this? I gotta find you. Fucking. Oh yeah, the Humber is ass still. The 8-Rad is better than a Humber. Changed my mind. You buffed the Dingo. Oh, British forces are receiving many changes that are primarily targeting underused units and upgrades to improve build diversity and strategies. Units like the Humber and Grant will receive significant changes. Look, guys, the Grant is barely good at killing tanks. It's still ass against infantry. I mean, just good luck with that. Let that sink in. So if a Panzerschreck Jaeger squad runs up on your Grant, you're fucked. Units like the Humber and Grant, blah, 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 full of shit. Units like the Bren Gun is actually, you know, it's averagely buffed. It's better than nothing. Allowing the British armies to perform better. Okay, so you go, British forces are underperforming 1 day ago, and then you decide, well, yeah, with a stronger early game available to the Brits, some of the mid-game in call-ins have been far too powerful. You're so full of fucking shit. You just nuked the early game. We don't have an early game as Brits anymore. We're fucked. And you went after USF because I don't know, there must be Zeke Hale land over there. There must be a poster of Hitler somewhere in Relic Studios. Right, you went after allies. Okay, let me whip out this other clip. You were going after allies. What about the L6s, man? We've been dealing with this for over a year. You guys said that, oh, well, the autocannon's not as good as killing infantry. It's still powerful, which will force the Axis players to go flamethrowers, which they buffed the flamethrowers, by the way. Well, look what happens when you make one mistake. Now, you can argue that the British should have AT rifles ready to go, but that's not fair because why is it that as allies we have to guess that Dak's going to make L6s at the 4-minute mark? We have to have pre-AT built. Why is it that when we make one mistake, it's GG? Watch what happens when the L6s pop out into the field. Wow, look at that. Wow, that's on the move, by the way. It gets worse. Oh, wow, wow. But you guys go after the Brit Engineers, though. You guys, the Brit Engineers are the problem, right, guys? Not the L6s. Not the precious Axis. No, we can't hurt that. Not my boy. Not my home dog. Not Heinrich. I can't fucking mess with him. Just keep watching. Look at that. Wow, man. Oh, dude, the Engineers are the problem. Yeah, not this. Wow, yeah. Oh, look at that. Look what he's going to do to the base. He can just fucking burn your base down. What is this? What is this? What is this? Just, oh, dude, imagine the Greyhound. Imagine a Greyhound. What? A Greyhound. This is cheaper than the Greyhound, by the way, for 2 tanks. Imagine if a Greyhound could fucking shit on your base and kill all your units. The Axis players would have lost their fucking minds. And this is like Werebu. This is Werebu fanfiction right now. Look at this. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. This is so much bullshit. Look at the KD ratio, 7 to 31. This game is Oh, you people are killing me. You people are killing me. It has been 1 year, Relic Studios. You have all this Axis cheese right here. You go after the Jeep for the USF. Okay, double Jeep was OP, fine, I can agree to that. But now USF has no early capping speed. We don't have an advantage to counter DAC, because DAC starts with extra fuel, if you didn't know. They start with enough fuel to get them to the next tier pretty fast. You go after the Jeep, you go after the Greyhound, you go after everything that makes USF great, because that's all we got, and you buff the Dingo. The Dingo's actually pretty good now. The Humber is good at killing infantry, but it's easily counterable. One snare and it's 50% health, so you're fucked. I mean, you go after the Engineers. It's insanity. And, you know, let's check the chat real quick. And this guy agrees. Seriously, we bitch about unbalanced for months and months. Nothing. Axis players squeal for 1 second and they change it. I was so excited to get back into the game. And he's like, yeah, I don't want to play this fucking game. And I agree, man. This is bullshit. We're tired of it. We're fucking, let me find it. Yeah, the only nerf to the Panzerschrecks, to the Jaegers, was the Panzerschreck, right? So you saw the clips where I was just fucking fighting it. I'm trying to find the AE response. You know, I like the guy. He's a good dude, but there we go. So everyone trying to make this a them versus us issue. Do you think a community member that was whining about the RE spam and high level anticipated that Relic would do more than simply revert the health buff? We had a triple buff on our hands: health, capping speed, battle group alignment, and RE and reinforcements. So of course not. So of course that was too much and crippled the game at high level. It crippled the game at high level, but this is the problem. Not this. Not this, right? Not that. But this. This is the problem, right? I like you, AE. Like, no homo, dude. But you're a good dude. You're a cool guy. I think I've been watching your videos since 2016 when I was deployed to fucking Iraq. And I had nothing to do. Except, you know, pull guard. And your videos are always, you know, giving me a good laugh, but this is killing me, man. I repeat, nobody thought Relic would answer the quadruple nerf, including the decimation. Don't pin this on top level players. Right, don't pin this on top level players, but when fucking Havoc types laugh my ass off because he's slaughtering the Relic dev, you know, the typical high level Axis, fucking Company Heroes players, like every time they beat you, right? Laugh my fucking ass off, haha, I'm in your face. Where is it? Where is it? So I can... It's like typically what I deal with you fucking high level play. Look at that. Laugh my ass off. Eat a dick, right? Laugh my ass off. It's like all you high level players do the same fucking thing. Haha, I beat you. I'm the best at the game. Look at me. I'm number one. Woo. But as soon as I beat you one time, what is it? What is it with you fucking people? Where did Dexon type it? Fucking cheeser.
I'm acting.
What did Dexon say to me? Nice stream watching, buddy. And he goes, you are a true pro, right? So that you might be a good dude, Havoc, but with this clip, it's the same fucking shit with you people. Laugh my ass off. Get fucked. Get wrecked. Oh, man. What else did you say, AE? I suspect... This guy goes, hey, AE, I suspect the screaming veracity of certain community members didn't help Relic make a considered decision. Don't forget, they nerfed the Centaur in Crusader 2. Who's asking for that after 24 hours? The Wereaboo mains. You boys know it. The fucking weebs, the Wereaboos, the anime lovers, the hentai lovers, the guys that have underage girls on their fucking profile and in the SS uniform. Everyone screams about balance. Okay, fine. People complain about balance. Yes. At the same time, we've had over 1 year. Remember when the game launched, it was 80% DAC win ratio? Remember that? That lasted for like a month. I think it was 70 to 75% with Wehrmacht win ratio. Across the board. In a brand new video game. That is... And what were Allied players told? We need more time with the data. But with this, one day and a 60% win ratio... And you guys are like, yeah, we can't do it. No, but eat shit, Allied players. Wait a whole fucking month. Let's keep breaking this down. Yeah, and again, I don't want to be rude to Havoc. I hear he's a nice guy, but I agree with this. Yeah, look, you could say... I blame the clip that Havoc did. I blame the clip that Havoc did. I don't want to blame him. I'm pretty sure there was a bunch of high-level players in the fucking background sniffing each other's farts and going, guys, we have to try for this co-tournament. I don't feel like it. Because, yeah. And, boom. All he demonstrated is that Jason from Relic, like, how do you make your own game and you don't know how to play it? Barely knows how to use P-Grins versus a unit in cover. That's what's killing me. That's what's killing me right now. For 1 year, we're told to get good at the game, get over it, you gotta be better, blah, 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 adapt and overcome. And this guy says it perfectly. Using the same words you said to me about a day or two ago, OP is a top player in Co-3 1v1, so maybe you should learn to listen for him and talk less. It's because of how much certain parties cry and whine that Relic nerf UKF, and it's just Axis mains at this point. He's like, yeah, I swear, you were acting like Royal Engineers were holding your families hostage and killed your dog. I think you said the tournament and its participants were in disarray over a 10 HP health buff. Fucking insane.